All right.
Okay.
All right.
Hi.
So, hey, sure. This is Tommy Bryson. The call is going to be recorded and potentially uploaded. How can I help?
Um, Bottom line, first of all, I want to say that I've been following you now for like the last couple of months. I absolutely love your YouTube channel.
Thank you.
I'm 65, and so it is bringing me up. Like I'm learning so much from you. I listened
Awesome.
to your YouTube one today about Cash App and the scams on Cash App, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And I did a Cash App. I'm learning cryptocurrency. Bottom
Mm-hmm.
line is I took some money out of my checking account and I put it into the Cash App so that I could
Mm-hmm.
buy Bitcoin. And um, one of the things says withdrawal, but it doesn't say how much money was withdrawn. I'm like, really? Shouldn't it? And so then I said, well, let me contact customer service and find out A, how much was withdrawn, and B, where it went.
Mm-hmm.
And I've not been able to get in contact with them. What suggestions do you have?
Okay. How much money did you deposit?
Almost $2,000.
Okay. $2,000. And you bought all
That's
$2,000
missing.
in Bitcoin?
Yes, that $2,000 is missing
Okay. Did you
because it
send it
said
to anybody
withdrawal,
else? Did you pay to
and then
somebody?
said, well, this is I was trying to deposit it into another account, and it kept what's the word when it goes round and round and round and round?
Loading?
Barrel. Yeah, it kept doing that, and
What account were you
so
trying to deposit it into? Was
well,
it your
I
account
got
or
to
somebody
go.
else's account?
It was my account. I was trying to take the Bitcoin to buy some coins on a company by the name of GS Partners. And so it borrowed, but it didn't go into that account. So I'm like, okay, so where is the money at? So how can I
Okay.
find out?
All right.
You understand my
So
question?
it sounds like let me see if I understand your question. Let me say it back to you. So it sounds like I'm just started using the Cash App. I deposited $2,000 into the app. I bought some Bitcoin. Then I sold the Bitcoin, and then once I had the cash, I wanted to use the cash to buy another investment within the Cash App or outside of the Cash App.
With I went to transfer $2,000 into a place called GS Partners. Um,
What is GS
so
Partners?
it says
Is that a
it,
checking
it,
accounts?
it's it's a place where you can buy coins, but you have to use Bitcoin to buy those coins.
Okay. And who who told you about those people?
Oh, the company is a decent company. It's
Who
a
told you
direct
about them?
marketing company.
Okay, who told
Uh,
you about them?
a friend of mine.
All right, so you got scammed or you got finessed. So the Cash App is not
Oh
going to be
no, I don't think I
responsible
got
most.
scammed though, because these are personal friends of mine.
That's
So
great.
okay, I'm looking at my thing now. It says on June 22nd, I purchased Bitcoin, and then it says
Mhm.
on June 22nd I withdrew the Bitcoin, but it doesn't tell me how much was withdrawn, which makes no sense to me.
All right, so you probably have to go to your history and then you click it for more details. That's usually how it works to see exactly how much of it was actually sold. Do you have any money left over in that account or no?
Well,
Or
yeah,
is
I
all the
do. Well, because
yeah,
I put more money in there on the next day.
okay.
It says withdrawn. I'm looking at it now, and it tells you my BTC, but it doesn't. When you say withdrawn, it doesn't say where it went or to who.
All right.
Okay, it says
So
Bitcoin withdrawal and a number underneath it. Is that the
what's
the bank that it was withdrawn to?
is it like a long number?
Yeah, it's
It's probably the
one
transaction
B
ID.
blah, 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 blah,
Don't
or
say
ending in W.
it's probably the transaction ID. So all you
Okay,
can do is, for example, you contact the Cash App. They don't have a customer service number. Last time I remember, what they do have is, for example, like a pretty decent email customer service. It usually takes them around 48 hours to actually respond to you, or 24 hours. When you reach out to them, be
okay,
specific so you don't have to keep talking to them back and forth. And then the idea is check your spam folders to make sure that they actually responded to you. What usually happens is if I deposit money into the Cash App, it's going to show my balance. If I use that balance to then buy Bitcoin, it's going to show it inside of the Bitcoin balance or the Bitcoin wallet. And then if I sell it, it should just go right back into my whole account balance. But if I send it to somebody else that's my friend or a company or whatever it is, and I don't know where the money went, the answer is most likely Bitcoin. I mean, the Cash App is not going to be responsible for whoever you try to send the money to. Do you
Okay.
have double authentication in your app? Meaning, for example, in order to sign in, you have to get a text.
No,
So yeah, so
I
you
didn't
want to
know that you
secure
could
your
get
account.
that.
You want to secure
Okay,
your
'cause
account basically.
okay, so it's unsecured is what you're saying now.
Maybe.
So what I
I don't
want to
know.
do is I want to get. So what I want to do is I want to get the authenticator, correct?
Yeah, so maybe you want to go into settings if they do have that available and see if you can actually get like a sign-in option for that. But I would just contact them, have a conversation with
Mm-hmm.
them. If it is a mistake, they'll refund you your money. It's a very good company. If it is that you just got finessed and scammed, they will not refund it to you. Now, my question to you, Shirley, is I appreciate all your support, by the way. Why did you buy Bitcoin?
Well, because I had to buy Bitcoin to be able to transfer that money into that account. Do you understand what I'm saying?
And what
I
what does
just
this group do? This
it's
GS group?
a direct marketing company,
What do
and
they
bottom
do?
line, they sell a coin that
All
will
right,
enable you to
you got
um,
scammed. Okay, this sounds like you got scammed. I'm sorry to tell you.
no, but the company did $26 million within the last year.
Have you seen their
And
financial
the lot, my
reports?
friends, I have personal friends who have, and we're all, involved, in the same church community. So
Mm-hmm.
I believe them, and they're doing really, really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
And it's on Coinbase. It's
How?
on all of.
Yeah. So look, right. If it is an official coin, and I'm misunderstanding, then
It
what you want to
is.
do is just use, for example, Coinbase to buy the coin, or or use, for example, Robinhood to buy the coin. If the coin is so well known, then you'll find a way to actually buy it through those platforms. That's the whole idea. And by the way, just because your friends have it or whatever's happening to them doesn't mean it's legit. So my advice would be look into it. Now, if you've been watching my
Okay.
channel for a while, you would know that's not my game and that's not the game I play. If by the way, how much cash do you have?
A couple of grand.
Okay. Do you have over six figures in cash?
No,
Okay. Do you have $5,000 to $10,000? Is that how much you have?
no, not yet. A couple of
Okay.
grand, like I said.
Okay. So let's just say you're below 5,000. Now, I'm asking
Yes.
you these questions because do you have an investment account?
I'm trying
401k?
to learn. I'm trying to learn. No, I don't have
Okay.
any of those things.
All right. You're 65 years old, right? So you get Social Security. Is your home paid off?
I don't have a home. I live in an apartment.
All right. So you need to stop messing around. That's the truth,
I
right?
agree.
You're
And I'm
65 years
trying.
old. Okay, so let me tell you how you stop messing around. All this Bitcoin thing that you're doing, you don't know what you're doing. You're speculating. Okay? That's what it sounds like to me. So if you're gonna be
Yes.
speculating, that's the same as going and gambling. Whether you and your church friends are gambling, that's not what I do. I go to church too. I have friends that approach me about it. I say the same thing. I don't gamble. Right? So here's what I would suggest. Do you have a job?
Yeah. No, I'm temporarily unemployed, trying to start a business. I used to have a nice little chunk of change, but I had cancer, so I
Sorry about
lost
that.
everything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but I'm doing great now. I had breast cancer, so I was unemployed for like 5 years, so I lost everything. So what we're trying to do is start over
We?
now that I'm well, and that's the plan.
Okay.
So do
So
I have a job? No, I have Social Security that comes in on a consistent basis, takes care of all my bills, and I'm trying to, look at various things to start, investing, to start building
what
passive
what what
income.
does your day-to-day look like? What do you do?
This particular company is what I'm trying to join.
All right, get a job. That would be my advice.
Okay.
Get a job. I'm being serious. So my advice, yeah. Um, God God bless you. Look, what I would say is get a job, right? Get a
Okay.
job, have some more income coming in, and use your
Okay.
income to okay, so first thing is the steps are very simple to follow no matter what age you're in, right? So step 1 is step 0 is get a budget and learn to manage your money. The only four things you have to spend money at when you're at this age and you're trying to figure things out is shelter, utilities, groceries, and transportation. Everything else, you cut it out. The first step is you save $1,000 and you start paying off your debts using the avalanche method. Do you have any debt?
No.
All right, so that's awesome. So step one gets skipped. So you go to step two. You save up for emergencies. That means you want to save up 3 to 6 months worth for emergency expenses in case anything
That's
happens to you, right?
that's what we have. Yeah.
I'm not I'm
Okay.
not I'm not investing anything yet. Now step 3 is now I want to start investing. And you keep saying we. Are you married?
No. I'm talking third party.
Okay, so
Third.
you're describing yourself. Okay.
Yeah.
Um So Shirley, so step 3 would be, right? You start investing. You can start investing 10, 20% into your retirement account that you probably will have now because you get a job, right? That can be into your Roth IRA or, for example, into your 401k, just 10, 20%. With the rest of your money, where do you live? Like what state?
Atlanta.
Okay, Atlanta. Do you eventually want to buy a home or do you not want to buy a home?
Well, I'm trying to get connected with the NACA program. They have a program where you don't have to put anything down. You just have to have good credit and
Okay.
consistency. So I'm looking at purchasing a multiple unit so that I can live rent free. That's
So
the
let me tell
plan.
you what that sounds like. You're going to get into a program to get you to buy something that you can't afford. That's what that sounds like. Because you can't afford a down payment, so you probably can't afford the house. So my advice would be, right, we want to keep things simple. It's not about overcomplicating it or saying I'm going to live rent free because you have 2 other units. And if something breaks down with the roof or you have expenses, you have to come out of pocket and you won't be able to afford it. And you still have crazy payments on it. So my advice would be this, right? What I want is for you to be secure and for you to have passive income eventually. So you're investing that 10, 20% into your retirement
Okay.
accounts. That's going to build up
Okay.
step by step. And
Okay.
then what you do with the rest of the money is you start saving up for a down payment on a good house. Now, this means with your income and your social security, the rules I follow when it comes to buying a property is I'm going to put down a minimum of 10 to 20%, not
Right.
3.5%, not 5%, 10
Okay.
to 20%. The home I buy, I'm going to get it on a 15-year mortgage. And the goal is that the home that I buy cannot exceed 33% of my monthly income, including the mortgage, taxes, insurance, and everything else associated with the property. So, what's
Okay.
your current income per month right now?
1,500.
Okay, $1,500. If you get a job, let's say you raise that up to $3,000, right?
Okay.
That would make your budget. Let me pull up the math here. That would make your budget. That would be 3,000 multiplied by 0.33. That would give you a budget of $990 when it comes to a home on a 15-year mortgage. Now, what do you do once you have this home and you're also investing? The idea is you keep doing the same thing. So you're investing that 10, 20%. With the rest of your money, you can put it towards this property to pay it off faster. If you follow these rules, you'll be done with this mortgage in 8 to 10 years. So now I'm 65 years old. But 8, 10 years later, now I'm 75 years old. I have a fully paid off home and I'm more secure. And I also have an investment account I've been growing for the last 10 years. Does that make
Mhm.
sense?
Mhm.
Now,
It,
the
it makes a
risk,
lot of sense.
yeah.
Plus, if I do Airbnb, which I used to do with a friend of mine, I can accelerate the house payments.
Yeah, but don't get into any debt, right? What I don't want to hear is, hey, Tommy, I'm going to get into this Airbnb thing by buying this home that I can't afford. And if things slow down or go wrong, I'm going to have to start over. You ever play Monopoly, Shirley?
Mhm.
You don't want to start over at zero or at go at age 65. That's not what you
Mhm.
want to do because it's costing you
I'm
a lot of
I'm I'm
time.
listening to you. I really am.
hmm
I'm listening.
That's the goal right there. So remember, right?
Okay.
Life is about four things: health, wealth, love, and happiness. I gave you the wealth part. There's three other aspects. You sound like you're very connected in your church, so the love part is taken care of. Make sure you take care of your health, which I know you're very conscious about. And yeah, and just enjoy the process. The job you get, make sure it's a job that you actually enjoy and you look forward to waking up and doing. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Now, I just personally wouldn't recommend to my mom or my grandma or my friend or my best friend, hey, you know what you want to do? You want to put your retirement fund eggs into Bitcoin. That's not what I would tell you to do. Does that make sense?
I hear you.
If you wanna gamble, I follow a rule. It's called the 90-10 rule. I put 90% of my money to things I understand, and the other 10% you can risk it. But that way, at least you
Okay.
won't be homeless.
90/10. Okay.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Any more questions, Shirley?
No, but this has been huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
All right. So
Thank you.
just so you know, Shirley, right? These calls, they're free. And if you want to call back, I'm available and they're still free. So if you have any questions about this plan or you're trying to get started, you can always feel free to call back. Welcome to the long-term team. And sometimes if I sound like I'm being harsh, it's because I legit get mad when people are trying to take advantage of other people or just trying to give people bad advice and get their hopes up. So I just try to basically tell you what I think from my point of view. Any advice I give you is exactly what I'm currently doing. Okay?
Plus, I don't take it negatively at all. You have given me the most precious gift that you have, which is your time.
Mm.
And so I receive it. I listen to it, and I'm going to follow your plan.
Okay.
Easy, simple, done. And you did it succinctly in like 15 minutes.
It's funny, right? It's 15 minutes. It took me a few years to actually get. But I'm happy I was able to do that for you, Shirley. I appreciate you so much. Again, welcome to the long-term team. Hopefully I get to talk to you again. And have a good day.
Yes. Thank you.
All right.
Bye-bye.
God bless you. Bye-bye. All right, guys. So that right there was a little crazy, right? Every now and then, I feel like I kind of come off a little harsh. And, I kind of try to like pull back whenever I do that because it's not really nice. But sometimes I am, it's just the way I am. But overall, not the way I am. It's the way that I act, which I can change and make efforts to actually get a lot better with. That's the right statement to actually make. But if you notice, when I said get a job, right? She just laughed because it's true. What do you do on your daily basis? Basically nothing, Tommy. I'm trying to make money and I don't make any money. Get a job, right? You got too much free time on your hands and you're playing with the government's money and you cover all your bills. So that's probably why you're not worried about it. So that's my advice right there. And guys, you will be surprised how many people that are 65 that are older are getting finessed and getting scammed. Am I saying that this coin is a scam or whatever it is? The answer is I can't tell you. But I can tell you one thing, that every scam or every little bubble looks the same. You have a lot of initial interest. Hey, I did this. I made this much money. Oh my gosh, I'm going to do it too. Everyone comes in, invests into it. And before you know it, things just blow up. And by the way, don't assume because you're in a church, people know what they're talking about. If you're at work, people know. No, I go to church too. I get a lot of funky advice about finance over there too. So just be very careful. Do your research and don't play around when you're 65 years old. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. As always, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified. If you want to join me on these calls, feel free to do so. The calls are actually free. The link is down below. On top of that, send me a DM or follow me on Instagram at Tommy Bryson. And right here is more content. Subscribe to these channels right here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Again, long-term team for the win. Peace out. Love you guys.